Hey, hey. Time Block It Tuesday, you guys. It's Lisa Lupo coming on live. I'm here today to bring you guys some tips around self-care. Hi, Nicole. So as you're popping on, do me a favor and put in the comments below where you're tuning in from. Where are you in the world? I'd love to know. I think Nicole, Nicole, are you in Arizona? I don't know. Okay, tell me below. So as you guys are hopping on, let me know where you're at, and I'm going to be bringing you guys tips every Tuesday. I've been doing this for a little over a month now, just popping on every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time to bring you guys some of my tips around time blocking. I do time blocking coaching, one-on-one coaching with female entrepreneurs in online business, and my one-on-one coaching has actually turned into, some of you have seen, a group coaching program called Time Block It Collaboration Camp. I still have some spots left. If you're interested in checking it out, you can go to the link in my bio and click that link. It'll take you to all the information, all the details about Collaboration Camp, and then there's an application there you can fill out. And what we do is we set up a call and I talk to you about your goals, what you're looking to do with your business, what you're looking to do in your personal life, and how this Collaboration Camp might be able to help you. So hi you guys, thanks for popping on. So today is going to be all about self-care and making sure that you are implementing at least something in your day every single day that's going to fill your cup. Because here's what happens with a lot of, especially female business owners that are really, really good at being focused on their work. They know how to hustle. They know how to, grind when they need to grind and build their business. But sometimes what ends up happening is we reach burnout because we are putting our business first, we're putting everyone else first, and sometimes it's hard to slow down and it's hard to turn that hustle mode off when we're having so much fun living our passion. So one of the things that happened to me a little over a year ago was burnout, because I wasn't doing the self-care stuff. I was working so hard. I was addicted to the adrenaline of the work that I was doing. And what ended up happening is I ended up having about a 2-month kind of retreat because I needed to pull back and learn how to be productive in a different way and not just be in hustle mode all the time, because it wasn't serving me long term. And so doctors ordered me to take a break and just really focus on self-care and spend more time in relaxation and stillness and mindfulness and all of those things. So out of that experience came my time blocking coaching, because I really saw an opportunity to be able to help other female business owners that were having that same experience. They were working really hard and it wasn't sustainable and they were burning out. And so what I did was I turned it into this coaching program, and it's been incredible. The last month and a half I've been coaching all these women, and I've got 2 more months full of coaching that I'm doing with women that have committed to up-leveling, committed to mastering their schedule and learning time blocking. And then of course I have this collaboration camp that's going to be absolutely incredible. As you guys are hopping on, hey Brooke, how's it going, girl? Let me know where you're watching from. Where are you in the world? And I'm going to bring you guys a couple tips. So my tips are very simple. Okay, there's tons of different things that you can do out there for self-care, right? We all know, there's books about it. There's programs you could go do. There's podcasts. There's all of it, right? But I'm going to give you 3 of the things that work for me that are super simple. And I'd love for you guys to share in the comments while you're on. If there's something that you're doing that works for you, share it with the audience. Let us know what it is that you do that works for you around self-care, that helps you stay centered, that helps fill your cup so that you're not burning out, so that you can give to the people in your life, so that you can give to your customers and clients and not feel resentful and not feel burned out and not feel exhausted. So share in the comments what you do. So my first thing that I do, that I have committed to doing, that I kind of resisted at first, and I find myself kind of going backwards sometimes, and I have to check myself, and that is my morning routine. So give me a freaking emoji if you're one of those people that has done this, where you've mastered a morning routine and it has radically changed your life. It has radically changed my life, because what I was doing, and let me know if this is you, what I was waking up first thing in the morning and I was grabbing my phone and I was laying in bed and I was scrolling. Okay, and when you work from home and you don't have a boss to answer to and you have nothing super pressing that you have to show up for first thing in the morning, it's easy to waste time scrolling, right? It's easy to sit there and see what other people are doing. Give me some inspiration. Who's doing something today? Who has a cool picture? Who has something awesome to share? And while there's a lot of great inspiration on Instagram and Facebook and all the other platforms, and there's things that you can learn from other people, it's not the best thing for us to start our day with, because oftentimes we immediately go into comparison mode, right? We immediately see something that makes us feel small, it makes us feel unworthy, it makes us question what we're doing, it makes us wonder if we should be doing it that way, or if what we're doing is working, or all of a sudden we spin out and we start focusing on what other people are doing. And yes, we can get some great ideas from Instagram and all of that. And of course, joining people's lives and things like that, where you can really get great information that'll help you in your life. But first thing in the morning isn't the time for that. So first thing in the morning, what I've committed to is only activities that nourish my soul, 100% nourish my soul. There's no question about it. So here's the thing, you're leaving it up to chance when you go on social media, right? It could inspire you, or it could upset you, or make you feel down, or make you feel depressed, or make you feel bad about yourself, right? So there's a chance that it might not help you, right? So what I say is don't take a chance, and focus that first half an hour to hour, if you can take an hour. I usually do an hour, just for things that are for you. So no email, no checking text messages. As hard as it is to look at your phone and see who messaged overnight, or who replied to a comment, or whatever, try to resist that urge, and you will be so grateful that you did, because you're going to be pouring into yourself just what nourishes you and allows you to show up as your best self. So some of those things for me are meditation. I listen to a meditation first thing in the morning. As soon as I open my eyes, I grab my phone, and I do have it on my phone, but I grab my phone and I turn it on. And I'm actually doing a 50-day meditation class right now, and it's free. I'll have to tell you what I think it's called, Stay Awake or something like that. And it's a great meditation app that you can download. There are some things you can purchase in the app, but it's free otherwise. And every day it has a meditation for you to go to. So day 1, day 2, and I like that it's consistent like that I know what day I'm on and I'm making progress. And it's been really, really helpful to bring me back to just focusing on my breath, focusing on just clearing your mind and being really, really present and in stillness. So that's the first thing that I do. I also will often get up and do some journaling. So sometimes that is brain dumping. It would be just getting out of my head everything that's in my mind, even if it doesn't make any sense, even if it's just random words, but getting that stuff out of my mind, because it clutters your mind and your thinking when you're trying to get into doing your daily, whatever you have to do for the day, right? Kayla Craft is one of the people that told me about that brain dumping, that first thing in the morning when you wake up, whatever you have in your mind, just get it out, get it on paper, even if it doesn't make any sense. Sometimes I'll do journaling that's around just ideas that I have for my business or different things that I want to do. Sometimes it'll be, just gratitude. I always will do at least 5 things that I'm grateful for, but sometimes I'll go a little more into that and I'll write out more. The other thing I do in the morning in my hour is a vision board. So I have a mobile vision board on my phone. I'm actually going to do a video for you guys to teach you how to do that. It's freaking awesome. It's basically like a video montage of the life that you're creating, and you get to watch it over and over and over again on your phone, and it goes with you everywhere. So I'm going to share that. If you want to see that, give me a comment below and I'll make sure that I send it to you. Yes, quiet time first and last half of the hour. Exactly, Nicole. That's totally awesome. Like, that's exactly what I recommend people do, is honor yourself first, because you cannot give from an empty cup. And I was talking to Brooke about this the other day, about your cup has to be overflowing in order for you to give to others. So if you're giving from a half full cup, or let's say you're just giving from a cup that's full and it's not overflowing, you're giving people all of you. You're giving people everything that you have. What you want to give from is the overflow. So imagine a cup, imagine pouring water or coffee or something into a cup, and it's just spilling over and it's spilling over and spilling over. That spillover is what you give to others. So how do we get the spillover? We have to do these things for ourselves, the morning routine, and making it non-negotiable. So it's non-negotiable for me in that it's in my schedule. It's time blocked. That from 6:30 to 7:30, I have an hour blocked in my schedule, and I know that I don't go on to my next thing until 7:30. That is for me. That time is for me. I'm not showing up for anybody else. I'm not checking emails. I'm not seeing what anyone else needs. I am only doing what I need to do for me. And sometimes, honestly, it's sitting in silence and just drinking my amazing coffee that I love, right? And just enjoying it and taking the time to enjoying it. Sitting on the balcony and feeling the sun and just being alive, right? Just being present with yourself and in stillness. So that is my first tip, is dial in a morning routine that works for you. And yours doesn't have to look like what I said, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but I would avoid doing things that where you have to use your brain too much, to think. Or like sometimes some podcasts can be great to start your day with, but sometimes it can make you feel like you're working, right? It makes you get into that work mode. So meditations are great. Any type of positive affirmations or anything like that is always awesome to start your day with. Reading, if you're someone that loves to read, that's a great way to start your day, right? But again, I think the most important thing is finding time for stillness and just to start your day with ease and flow and not be rushed and in a hurry. And I know some people can't do that always because of your work schedule, but if you can get up 15 minutes earlier to make that happen, I highly recommend it. Okay, as you guys are popping on, those of you that are popping on late, tell me where you're at. Where are you watching from? And let me know what you do down in the comments for self-care. What are the things that you do that help you fill your cup so that you can give to others? So the other thing, the second thing is really making sure that you schedule in downtime, that you have, like, pencil yourself in, right? Like a couple days a week. This is one of the things that I teach in my time blocking coaching that I do, is we not only build out time for productivity around business actions and stuff like that, but we're also building in literally space. We're creating space in our schedules for downtime, for relaxation. It's like forced relaxation, right? Have you ever felt that, where you're like, oh my God, I need to force myself to stop right now. I need to force myself to just like chill out for a second and not be go, 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 right? So what I recommend is that at least a couple of days a week, I do this 3 days a week, I block out an hour in my schedule somewhere where it works for me, where I might either, go do some different type of workout that I want to try, right? Or maybe it's a yoga class, or I might go and catch up with a friend. It's not related to work or anything like that. It's just for me to like girl talk time, right? Just to have girl time. It might be a bath. I might just literally decide I'm going to spend an hour like just loving on myself. Maybe I'm just going to take a bath with some essential oils and some meditation music and just chill out for an hour and not have anything else going on, right? So things like that really like revitalize you, and making sure that you're scheduling them in, because if you don't schedule them in, and if you're like me and you have a lot going on, if you don't schedule it in, it doesn't happen, right? And it's great to say how you want to do those things, and it's great to say that you enjoy yoga or you enjoy these other things that you do, but if you're not actually doing them, then they're not benefiting your life, right? So morning routine is number one. Scheduling in downtime for yourself is number two. So I would say at minimum twice a week. And if you can do more, schedule in 3 or 4 days a week, an hour to yourself to just do something that lights you up, that brings you joy, that makes you feel good, that nourishes you. Because again, when we don't do those things, nothing's going to happen if you don't do it today, right? Nothing's going to happen if you don't do it tomorrow. But over time, that compounding effect of I'm not filling my cup, I'm giving, eventually it catches up with you, and it's burnout, it's resentment, it's a loss of passion, it's questioning what you're doing. You start questioning, should I be doing this? Is this my purpose in life? Like, I'm not having fun anymore. Well, it's because you're not taking care of yourself, right? And there's so many other things when it comes to taking care of yourself, right? Like what you're eating and how you're nourishing your body, and exercise, making sure you're moving your body. These are all other things that obviously should be in your daily schedule, right? That you're meal prepping, or you're using your products. Like I use Isagenix. That's one of the things that I use to nourish my body. And, it saves me time, and it makes me feel really good, and it allows me to live the healthy, fit life that I want to live. So whatever those things are for you, make sure that you're doing them, and then you're holding yourself accountable to those things, right? And putting reminders in your calendar, in your planner. That's one of the things that I have my girls do that I'm coaching, is in their planner, I have them put down reminders, daily focus. What's the daily focus today? Maybe they need to be reminded today to drink more water. Maybe that's something that they're not doing well. Maybe they need to be reminded today to set an alarm to eat, because sometimes people aren't eating because they're working so hard, right? So all these little things, that the more structure we have around our day, and the more we can get really organized with our schedule and our time, the more productive we are, but the easier it is to bounce back from things when they don't go right? When you have an emergency happen, you get a flat tire, your kid is sick, your dog has to go to the vet, like whatever, things that come up that aren't planned. When your day gets thrown off, all you have to do once you're done with whatever the emergency is go to your schedule and everything is in there organized and you know exactly where to pick up from where you left off. Instead of throwing in the towel and saying, well, this day's gone to shit, right? You have a framework of a schedule that you can follow, that you can get back to, so that you don't have to throw in the towel on the day and you can still have a productive day even if it didn't go as planned. So the more organized you are and the more you write down in your planner the things that you need to focus on and give time and attention to, the easier you're going to be able to stay on track when life happens. And more often than not, you guys know, life happens, right? It's very rare that you're gonna have a perfect day that goes perfectly as planned. There's definitely days like that. But more often than not, there's days that don't go perfectly, and we need to be organized enough that we can still be productive in those situations, right? Especially moms and people like that, right? That have kids that maybe they're sick, or maybe like a bunch of my clients lately have been snowed in. So they're snowed in, their kids are home, their kids are going stir crazy, right? And school's canceled, and some people have cars that are plowed in, and all this stuff is happening. And so what do you do when that happens? If you're not organized and you don't have your schedule planned out for the week, you could end up wasting hours literally trying to figure out what to do with your time. So when you have it all in there and you're blocked and you're scheduled, you might have to move some things around, but you can still be productive. And that's the benefit of time blocking and being organized. So hi, you guys. Let me know where you're watching from when you pop on in the comments. Where you at? And then share one thing that you do for self-care. Maybe there's some things that I could benefit from learning from you guys, or you guys can learn from each other. So the third thing, I'm talking about the 3 things that I do to fill my cup. The first one was dialing in that non-negotiable morning routine. The second one is scheduling in at least a minimum of 2 days for yourself, or 2 hours a week where you're doing something for yourself, whether it's a bath for an hour and just giving yourself that time to read and chill, right? Or it's a date with a friend, right? A coffee date with a friend to catch up, or a hike with somebody, or whatever. Something where you're not, the primary focus of it is to nourish your soul, right? And make you feel good, okay? And then the last thing, and this is something I love sharing. This is so cool. So I have a dog. If you're a dog person, give me an emoji. Let me know if you're a dog person. So I have a dog, her name's Kona, and when I was really sick last year, I told you guys about the burnout I had, from working really hard. I wasn't doing the self-care stuff. I wasn't honoring what I needed. I was hustle, hustle, hustle. My business was booming. I was having a great month income-wise. My team was on fire. But I got to the end of that and I was burned out. And I was told by my naturopath, you need some downtime. Like, you need to practice stillness. You need to practice putting your phone away and just being, right? So one of the things that she told me to do, and this is really cool, and you could even do this with your kids, right? I did it with my dog. Is she said to me, she grabbed me by the shoulders, she was like looking me right in the eye, and she said to me, I want you to mimic your dog. And she's like, I know that sounds funny, but we can learn so much from children and animals. They are the best teachers, right? Give me a heart, give me some hearts if you agree. If you have a dog or you have a little one at home, you know that they are great teachers, right? They teach us presence. They teach us just how to be in the moment. They're so curious, right? So what she said to me was, when you go take your dog outside, because here's what I was doing, is I was working, and I would be annoyed. Literally, this is where I was at, you guys. I would be annoyed that my dog had to go to the bathroom. Or I'd be annoyed that she was bugging me, right? And I'm like, she needs something here, clearly. But I'm like so focused on my work that I was like, I gotta go take her outside, annoying. So I was going outside, you guys, with my phone. 3 cats, 3 kids. Awesome, Heather. So you could probably relate to this. So I was going outside with her, and I would take my phone with me, and I would be scrolling, or I would be texting, or I'd be answering emails, or I'd be doing something while she was outside, while I had her on the leash to go to the bathroom. And I would be rushing her, and I'd be like, hurry up, let's go. But well, meanwhile, she's like a dog. She wants to get outside and like live, right? And enjoy the air and like be a dog. And I realized one little boy, I know your boy's so sweet, Brooke. I realized that not only was I ruining my own like situation as far as self-care, but my poor dog was like cooped up in the house. Like, every time I would take her out, it was like annoying. It was like a task. I was like not really present with her. And so what she said to do is, she said, I want you to mimic your dog. I want you to commit to going outside. So this is the third tip. Go outside wherever you live, even if you're in the freaking freezing snow, and maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's 15 minutes, maybe you're so cold you can only handle 5 minutes, okay? But you're gonna go outside without your phone, okay? You have to commit to leaving your phone in the house. And you're going to just mimic the actions of your dog or your children, okay? Maybe it's your child, maybe it's your little one. So what my dog would do, and you guys know who have dogs, what would she do? She would sit on the grass, okay? She would lift her nose, and I could see that she was feeling the sun on her. I knew that that's what she was feeling. She was feeling the sun. She was feeling the little breeze on her. I could see that she was listening to the birds chirping. Okay, I was paying so close attention that I'm like, wow, she's like intrigued and she's curious and she's listening to the birds, right? And she was just so happy and so present and so in the moment. And so I started to do this. I started to intentionally go outside with her for 15 minutes at a time, 20 minutes at a time, and I would just mimic her actions. And I would just sit there and I would sit on the grass and I would lift my head and I would feel the sun and I would pay really close attention to the birds chirping and notice that there was a breeze and notice the noises that I was hearing and just literally being totally present and in the moment. And it was life-changing. It was life-changing. And I'm not gonna say that I do that every single time I take her out. Definitely not. There are times that I'm on my phone still when I take her out, but I've made a point to at least once a day do that and mimic her behavior. And it's amazing what they teach us. They are so smart, and they're just anybody that's an animal person knows that they are just the best. Like, they love you no matter what's going on, right? And that's just such a great lesson for all of us. So anyway, hey Tam, hey Michelle, how you guys? Hey, I just asked you guys, let me know where you're watching from when you pop on, and then share one thing in the comments here that you do for self-care. Like, what's your thing that works for you? So I'm gonna run down one more time my 3 tips for self-care. The first one is morning routine, dialing in a morning routine, a non-negotiable morning routine, okay? That's just for you. Second is making sure that you build in your schedule at least twice a week, if not more, an hour block of time that's just for you, right? Whether it's to take a bath, whether it's to go get a massage. My girl, Michelle, is on here, who's an amazing esthetician. Maybe you go get a facial, right? Maybe you go to my friend Tammy's Sacred Magic Circles. She has these awesome circles that she's gonna start doing. Go follow her. Go follow my friend Michelle. These ladies are doing awesome things in the world. Same with Brooke, my fitness girl. Are all doing things that are going to help better people's lives. So that's who I'm surrounding myself with, are people that are doing things for other people in the world and creating amazing space for people to grow and just become their best self, right? So the things that you do to help nourish your soul, put them in the comments. Some other suggestions for things that I do during the week where I'll block out an hour might be coffee with a friend. Like Michelle's one of my girls that I'll go have a coffee date with, right? And girl talk. Girl time is so important for us, right? It's important for our husbands too, to go do that with their friends. So building in time to do that's just for you. It's not about work. It's not about anything else. It's just to nourish you and revitalize you and bring you joy, right? And make you feel like, you're living your life. You're not just working all the time, right? Maybe you go on a hike or something like that, right? Maybe you take a yoga class, okay? And then the last thing is being intentional about getting outside without your phone. So even if it's for 15 minutes a day with your dog or your child and going outside without your phone, you have to commit to no phone and just mimicking their behavior. Mimic the behavior of a child or an animal and watch how present they are and how present it makes you. That is my 3rd tip. So I'm gonna sign off because I've been on here for forever. Yes, love our coffee dates, Michelle, mwah, love you. And massage is a necessity, yes, right? So we all have those things that we do, but sometimes we forget to do them, right? We forget to schedule them in. And if they don't get scheduled in, oftentimes they don't happen until it's an emergency, right? You're like, oh my God, I need a freaking massage so bad, my body's killing me, right? So the goal is to do those things before we get to that point and build it in as part of our lifestyle. We're constantly nourishing our spirit and our soul so we can show up as our best selves for other people and grow our businesses and grow our friendships and enjoy the journey, right? Because it's not just about the hustle. We're all on this journey to make more money and live our best life and build a business and help people. But in the pursuit of that, we also have to be taking time for ourselves to stop and actually enjoy that. Enjoy the life that you're building. and, you know, enjoy downtime. Give yourself that space. Build space into your schedule. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being on, Nicole, Michelle. I saw my sister Karen on here for a second. Tammy, Brooke. Thanks, you guys. Candace. Thanks for hopping on. I upload all of these videos to my YouTube channel, so if you ever miss one, you can always hop over there. Please share this if you guys got any value out of any of the stuff that I'm sharing. If you find value in my stories or in my page at all, please share. I am committed to growing my audience so that I can help more people and help more people make money, help more women kick ass in their businesses, and self-care and all of it. So you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.